all the press conference to Wilder. Like, I don't give a damn, but it's obvious that that's what she was doing. And then she knew that the understanding was no face. Tom Brown argued with Fox, no face. We said no face off. And what does she say? Now we're going to do a face off. Her and them, there was no face off, and we saved the fight.
Deontay, will you do us a favor? Can you stand up? We're going to do a face-off one final time. We have a huge show coming up for you on Saturday night. Massive respect. No, we're not going to do. I apologize. No. Bob Arum says no. Bob Arum says no. All right, we're going to leave it there. Listen, we do have a television show still coming up. Deontay, I appreciate you. Thank you very much, sir. It's good to see you. God bless you.
Hell yeah!
Tyson, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. It was good to see you, mate. I appreciate you. Thank you. Have a good one. God bless you. That is the end of the show, everybody. Listen.
They did face off.
I don't know. I mean, maybe nothing. But the chances of something happening and upsetting the fight, where everybody has worked extraordinarily hard to put it together. The PBC people, ourselves, the fighters, it would have been a tragedy. So why take that risk? Why? To entertain the circus?
You can't. I'm sorry. You can't get the Brits here for the fight, right? So I noticed there's a lot of tickets still available for this fight. I mean, you and I talked before the last fight. You thought it was going to do 2 million. It didn't do that number. Why hasn't it resonated with the public, given you have two big giant guys who are big personalities?
Well, first of all, as far as the tickets, yeah.
Well, I know for this one.
Ticket sales have been very, very good, but look out. Walk around town. Where are the Brits? Biden has kept them out.
There'd be 8,000 Brits.
They pulled the travel ban starting November 1st. That don't help the fight, right?
Right.
That's why you don't have the same type of buzz. But I think the pay-per-view is doing better than it did before.
And how will it do in the UK pay-per-view wise? You know,
I believe it'll do well. I mean, it should do good. It should do good numbers there. It's been really well publicised, and there's been there's a lot of uncertainty about this fight because Tyson has everything to lose and nothing to gain.
Right.
For me, he's beaten him twice. Got robbed the first time and obviously took him to school the second time. But everything's on the line for Tyson and he can't afford to be complacent. I expect him to win, I expect him to stop him, but he cannot afford to be complacent, and it's going to be interesting to see what this guy does. Because for me, he can only do one thing to win this fight, and that's to come out, stand his ground and throw bombs. He ain't going to outbox him, that's the only chance. And if he does that, you're going to get an unbelievable shootout between the two of them.
Bob, what do you think of the exchange? The last 5 minutes of the press conference were the most exciting when they were actually going back and forth.
Yeah, they said things that really were antagonistic to each other. But words are words. They don't harm anybody. Physical contact, punches can harm somebody. So that's why, particularly with the animosity and what they were saying to each other, right? Certainly they're human beings and each of them are affected by what the other guy is saying. And if you put them together like two dogs, something bad is going to happen. Now, maybe it doesn't, but why take that chance?
Thank you, Bob. Thanks, Frank.
It's a pleasure.
Tomorrow we're going to meet all the undercard. That's very exciting for this fight. I'm excited for the undercard, Bob. What can you tell us?
What?
The undercard for
the
this
undercard
fight.
is the best undercard on a pay-per-view event that I've ever seen. The 3 fights, and I mean, we worked hard to put together a good undercard. PBC worked very hard to put an undercard. Those 3 heavyweight fights are gems. They are really, really good fights. And the Effie Frank Sanchez fight, 50-50 fight. The Helenas Kowanicki fight, people favored Kowanicki in the first fight. Helenas beat him. That's a terrific fight, very costly fight, but terrific. It is a terrific undercard, and the undercard even leading up to the pay-per-view is terrific. We got the Olympic gold medalist from Cuba on the card on a really good fight. Berlanga's on the card. I know Al has some good fights on the card. I think Williams is on the card. So it's really going to be a terrific, terrific night of boxing.
You know what I love, Bob? That you're working with Al, that you're working with Frank Warren, that you're working with Eddie Hernandez. It's good for the sport. It's good for boxing. When
We're all promoters. We're all promoters. To silo off our fighters, to not deal with each other is idiocy. We have a lot to offer Heyman. Heyman has a lot to offer us. And now, thank God, everybody is seeing it. Like Eddie Hearn and ourselves. We talk bad about each other, we say things and so forth. But Eddie Hearn is a promoter. He's a legitimate promoter. He tries hard to do a good fight. And if the opportunity is there, why wouldn't I cooperate with him? It's got to be stupid. I mean, shit, before Eddie was born, I worked with his. Here's a kid in Teofimo who wins a fight that nobody expected him to win, and he is on top of the world, and he hasn't fought for over a year. I mean, that's a criminal.
Yeah, but Aaron, Bob, it wouldn't have went to purse bid if you would have paid him what he was looking for.
Shut the f up,
Oh,
you
yeah?
little prick.
Yeah?
Yeah, prick.
Go ahead.
Come on, get him out of here.
Kennedy, you're getting out of
Yeah,
here.
move him out of here, Derek.
I can't ask Aaron a question.
Really wild that
What?
if they did face off.
I don't